welcome to the live. I don't know, say it's another night, it's another live. So, peeps, topic tonight, which we are gonna be talking about. Actually, it's six Jamaicans stuck in Panama. Yes, Andrew tackles crime. Dr. Chang traumatized by crime. So, peeps, I am topic here we are gonna discuss tonight. So, as an forward in the live, peeps, make sure you send a share out the live. Share out the live, peeps. Share out the live. Yeah, man. So right now I'm gonna share out my live, peeps. So make sure you do the right. So three people there, make sure you share out the live. So I'm sure out the live to my WhatsApp contacts. Alright. Can share out the live, peeps. So first topic we are gonna chat about tonight, which we have on screen there. That's the topic we are gonna discuss now the night. So Jamaicans refused boarding in Panama. Foreign ministry intervenes. Yes, peeps. So over a day now, Jamaicans, six of them actually had been in Panama, and they had been refused, you know, boarding. They were heading to Amsterdam. That's what I read. And this is a blast on Instagram. One of the persons them with never get the chance to board the flight. I know them have them in some type of detention. They text the blast. They wrote a long paragraph and stated where they were heading, and they said the Panamanian, authorities refused to give them boarding pass to board the flight so they can go about their business. So we're gonna read the article, peeps, and see what really happened, what they know. The Foreign Ministry, which is Kamina Johnson Smith, has intervenes, and for them thing already, peeps, them take one bag a year, one whole at a time for get things together. We then can either bring on back them or get some clearance with the Jamaicans them. But we are gonna read the report, peeps, and then we discuss some more about it. So make sure to like up the video if you not just a forward panel live. All right, so Jamaicans refuse boarding in Panama. Foreign Ministry intervenes. So Minister of Foreign Affairs Kamina Johnson Smith, steps are being taken to get information on why Jamaicans were denied boarding in Panama. Johnson Smith says the ministry has been made aware that six nationals into various destinations through Panama were refused boarding on their connecting flights. According to her, the relevant airline was not forthcoming on the reason for refusal. She said Jamaicans Honorary Council in Panama tried to assist. We were advised that the Jamaicans were not being deported, not an immigration issue, but due to the airline's refusal. They were not landed and were required to remain at the airport until the next returning flight to JA, which is today. Um, the Foreign Minister outlined a series of tweets this morning. So that our yesterday. The ministry has also stated to make inquiries on the Dutch government as the Jamaicans were next due to travel on KLM to the Netherlands, Johnson Smith added. Additionally, she noted that Jamaica will also make further inquiries on the Panamanian government on the issue as well as the alleged conditions in which the Jamaicans were placed at the airport. The affected Jamaicans are being encouraged to lodge formal complaints with the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Well, see there? So people that are one of the reports report so far. Jamaica YouTube TV. Big up yourself, youth. Yeah, deal with. Alright, so yeah man, so the Jamaicans were refused, boarding pass in Panama. So I have the I think I have the article with them sent to the blast, so I go see if I find it and share screen it. So let's see what really I want. I know this thing not take too long, like I know the Jamaican government stay already. They might take it thing and take too long to start out the thing. So I think we have the article in papers. But see if we can find it real quick for now. Miss Melanin Cinnamon, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Alright, so what me I go do? I go search for it. Alright, I have it. I have it on my foot. I have it on foot right now. So let me search. Let me drop it right now. I have it. I have it. I have it ready. But somehow I not pick it up on the computer. Jaja. But anyways, I could move on. Cause I don't know how we not pick up on the PC, my peeps. But anyways, and even me have a next thing I want to show now. For some reason I can't find it on here. So. But don't worry yourself, man. I get it up and running. Yeah, man. So I can't believe that really are going, and hopefully them get through soon enough. When they can go about them business. Yes, my general. Don't know the thing go. Jamaica YouTube. Alright. Let me get everything up and running. So them do a video and post it. So I'm gonna play the video now. So them are gonna show which part them there. But how come them can have them like an airplane them have them locked up? How can them have them locked up in an airplane and them say them having shower? Maybe them have gotten something to eat but they haven't showered. I know them are gonna smell frozen and them things.
Well, boom,
Weird.
we landed in Panama. The people them lock we up. Immigration has said that
But
we
them have
are
them
not
locked
able
up.
to fly
Watch
to
out.
Amsterdam. So a number of
Jaja.
Jamaicans are here for privacy reasons. I will not show their faces. But the place is dirty. We've been here for 2 days. We have not showered and nobody is telling us anything other than, oh, you have to go back to Jamaica. So please help to share this. So, one of those cute TikTok stories where you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, boom, we landed in Panama. The people them lock we up. Immigration has said that we are not able to fly to Amsterdam. So a number of Jamaicans are here for privacy reasons. I will not show their faces. But the place is dirty. We've been here for 2 days. We have not showered and nobody is telling us anything other than, oh, you have to go back to Jamaica. So please help to share this. So, one of those cute.
Alright, so peeps. I'm not sure what really are going on so. Them have them locked up in our detention center. And as what the lady said in the video, they haven't showered, you know, they have been there for 2 days and they haven't been showered. They haven't showered. So them did it. Nobody now tell them nothing. Them know what a fresh with 2 days. And the only thing them I hear say them have to go back to Jamaica. What is the reason why them have them detained in a, you know, it seems like it's a detention center without reasonable, you know, or you could have said them not give them no info on how and why they are there. So me I try to figure out why them have them locked up. Jamaican authorities are try to get some information on the reason why the 6 Jamaicans are being held in Panama without explanation. If you have somebody on detention, you have to give them reasonable reason why you have them in a detention center. Them say them haven't got any information onto how and why they are there. You see me? So me I try find the article on the PC, but anyhow, it not pick up. So what me I go do? Me I go read the article. So the person or persons who you know wrote this, maybe I'm more than one of them, but anyways, I go read it. So the person said, "Hi, good night. I am a teacher traveling to the UAE. I don't know which is that, but anyways, from Jamaica to work. We travel through Panama. We are supposed to do connecting flights to Amsterdam, Netherlands. Yeah, that's all right. However, we are stuck in Panama. We were told that we will be returned to Jamaica without any plausible explanation. All the explanations given to us are not making sense. We have all the necessary documents. We have worked on Monday. We have worked on Monday. They placed on they placed us in a holding area with about 8 other Jamaicans. No one is trying to explain the situation to us. We are just trying to bring awareness to this issue. We also need assistance on how to proceed. So, the Jamaica Affairs Ministry and which is uh Camina Johnson Smith, because we not call them no honorable. Them no more than me. But anyways. So yesterday we at there's a Ministry of Foreign Affairs Jamaica, MFAFTJA, no know the abbreviation. Anyways, we're made aware of 6 Jamaicans traveling to various destinations through Panama. We were refused who were refused boarding on their connecting flights. The relevant airline was not forthcoming on the reason for refusal. So we had our honorary consul in Panama try to assist. We were advised that the Jamaicans were not being deported, not a immigration issue, but due to the airline's refusal. They were not landed and were required to remain at the airport until the next returning flight to Jamaica, which would, be none for today or yesterday, something like that. So the next thing, which is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs (JA), has also stated that may has started to make inquiries on the Dutch government as they were next due to travel on KLM and to Netherlands. We will also make further inquiries of the Panamanian government on this matter, including the alleged conditions in which nationals were placed at the airports. We encourage affected nationals to lodge formal complaints by contacting the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, at consular at mfaft.gov.jm. Please also feel free to share this email address and remind that on the MFAFTJA website, nationals can also locate the O/C's reps in the location nearest to them. All right. So that are the tweet from I know. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kamina Johnson Smith. Because I know everybody and their mother father this is a blast. And them page this page carry credible information. The blast, this see it up on the screen, this underscore is underscore a underscore blast. This page carry a whole variety of news page, but most of them is factual news. Them page big. And right now two of them page set it even seems like this page bigger than TVJ and CVM. Cause guess what? As anything happen, them get it. Before CVM and TVJ get it. Maybe all them radio station and them news media they link them for link them for news. Cause them a man as they get it, anything hot as they get it drop. And see there, Kamina Johnson Smith even reply upon them to the pan them post what they make about the nationals will get trapped in Panama. So peeps next topic we are gonna jump on right now. We see where you know crime has been plaguing Jamaica from ever since. And this man, if you guys can recall, about a couple years now, before he won the election, so, in the campaign, time when he was campaigning to become a prime minister, guess what? Him say, we all can soon sleep with our doors open. Zane, not gonna be no criminal affect way anymore. But guess what? It seems like him run out of idea or him in league with the criminals them. But I know a normal Jamaican citizen can't sleep with them doors open. They don't feel safe. I can't do that. Best of both worlds, big up yourself. If Jamaicans them cannot sleep with them doors open, them never could and them can't. And they will never see that happen under certain governance. So I'm gonna put up the article up on screen, peeps. And see what I really talk about. Let me share screen this real quick. So see him there. That's what I say. We are going to get you. All them people do is chat. You better lock your door. You can't sleep with the door open. Best of both worlds. So sleep with the door open, man. Maybe it's a dead man. Dead man. So see him up on screen, peeps. That man. That man that man we have on in my glass and I call him 4 eye. And no we are ordinary and regular Jamaicans can sleep with the door open. So we are gonna read the article, peeps, and we can pick the sense out and nonsense. Yeah? So we are going to get you. Only sends stern message to criminals. Points to imminent tough legislation. When will that happen, peeps? When will that happen? When will that happen? Alright. So Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Saturday sent a firm message to criminals. Criminals wreaking havoc across the country and the people facilitating them with shipments of illegal guns, that the state will arrest and prosecute them. Sorry about that, peeps. As of now, no one in Jamaica should have an illegal firearm. We have been giving you warnings about this. If you are caught with any illegal firearm, if you are dealing in firearms, if you are trafficking illegal firearms, if you are using illegal firearms, you will face a very harsh punishment. Only said in a address to the Young Jamaica Era Council 1 conference at the Jamaica Labour Party JLP headquarters on Belmont Road in St. Andrew. Zine, Young Jamaicans is a youth affiliated of the ruling JLP. They are stating that the government has, has been working very closely with United States authorities to put an end to gun importation. Honest said, those people are putting the guns in the barrels. I tell you, I am working on that element. We are going to get some of those people who are disassembling the guns and putting them into the rice bag, putting them into the soap, and sending them in the barrels. We are going to get you. He said that new legislation will pass soon that will robustly attack the gun culture, which poses a serious threat to Jamaica's development. No, you just see that. And then see that when I did a win, when I did a vote for election and I try to win to become prime minister, you see a man say Jamaicans could sleep with the door open. When you did a campaign to become the prime minister, and yet still you what 4 years now in night or three, me not even remember. And now crime even more dominant than before you start become a prime minister. Before you became a prime minister. So I don't know why they tell the people them so them could have sleep with them door and them still can't sleep with them door brother. So I know a funny thing, a joke thing, and just a tell the people them what they want to hear for win. And guess what? Them same one, that's the Jamaicans have a short term memory. Them easily forget things. And sister style them on a style way. Hmm? Jamaicans don't want no short term memory peeps. Me personally remember when him same one did say, as somebody that tell him say before, say Jamaicans soon will can sleep with their doors open and their window and they don't have to fret about criminals. But we still have to fret. None of we can sleep with the door open. I must up in a Cherry Gardens them a talk about. And Beverly Hills. But anyways, the people who think they are importing guns and we don't know. We are gathering the evidence, putting the case together, and we are putting it before the court. You are not hearing us out. They are running up. You are not hearing us out there running up our mouth and saying all kind of things. We are serious about treating with this gun issue, he said. When the new legislation is passed, find a way to turn over the gun to the police. We might even give you some amnesty because we are going to make it unprofitable for you to have an illegal firearm, he said. Alright. He argued that the circumstances of each specific case cannot be used as a basis for judgment and clarified that he wasn't making any commentary on the judicial system. But what we need to be cleared on is that there must be a desensitive, desensitive and deterrent for the youngsters who goes to school, play gun war, see his brother with a real gun and decides that he wants one, as well as goes and gets one. Honest said. That system must change, and you have to therefore put in place strong measures, including a legislative process that changes the risk reward of owning a firearm and the interdiction and enforcement system. He continued. Honest pointed to the Get Every Legal Gun campaign launched earlier this year, which was used to strengthen efforts against the illicit importation of guns to the country's ports. Earlier this year, Minister of National Security Dr. Sleep Chang had credited improved technological solutions and increased collaboration between the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Jamaica Customs Agency, and the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, and the Jamaica Defense Force successes in the campaign. All right. The government said a reward system is embedded in the campaign under which between 250,000 to 250,000 and 500,000 is paid out for illegal weapons. People don't listen carefully when I speak. If you recall earlier in the year when we launched Get Every Illegal Gun campaign, and then I said we are going to target the big fish, and then I tell you we are going to we are changing the law. So you have been giving people a warning. I don't want anybody bawling. You have been given warning and you are seeing it materialize before your eyes. So what I said. All right, so just read the article that people on here. What me say? Him say him a go get every criminal. So me wanna see where him depend. Cause you know film thing, you know. Be a chat, you know. Be a chat. Be a chat and not do nothing. From where the girl missing. And I know me not hear man say a word about it. I tell you say I only chat this man chat. I think most Jamaicans right now at this moment kinda not like see him again, them hate him. Cause all him a do attack. And the people them who fear attack a crime, traumatized by gun violence. The man them who fear tackle the crime, traumatized by crime. People not gonna read the article, yeah. I'm not sure you're on screen cause this come like a big joke. Big joke. Big joke thing. I'm share screen this peeps. No hold on, don't move. I'm share screen this, my peeps. Cause this come like a big waste time. Big joke thing. Alright, pre this. Let me look on this before I start reading. Pre that. Let me see what up on screen. Chang's pain. Security minister traumatized by barbarity of crime in Jamaica. Imagine peeps. Pre this. Man, what if say him is the security minister is traumatized by the barbarity of crime in Jamaica. And then the other day, Andrew come on TV a ball about him sometime when I go in bed, sleep or something like that. And at them take up the leadership of the country and then you have a soft heart. Remember, peeps, if you're the leader of the country, you have to make some tough decision. Sometimes you don't want to do it about it, you have to do it. You have to, even if you have a soft heart, you have to tough up your heart and say, yeah, go do this. You can't be a leader and have a soft heart, you have to rough. Because if you soft, the criminals, them are going to push you over. And at the end of the day, still, peeps, it's all about them making money. Them don't want to stop crime. Them a get proceeds from crime. And when crime get rampant, them put in special zones of operation, which is the SOE, to kind of curtail the crime in a one section of the country. When the next section I get bad. So SOE is just a band-aid to cool down the crime. When them and them mother know say them know how to treat crime and get crime down and get the man them way create the conflicts them and cause the murder and you know them know all of them people there. Even them same man come on TV and come on national program come tell us say them know the man them, they know much gang in the country. And why not dismantling the gangs? But them get proceeds from crime, so them no business. That's how me see it. So I gotta read the Chang story and I can leave an opinion down in the comment section. See you there. So I gotta read the article. So Security Minister traumatized by the barbarity of crime in Jamaica. So we are gonna read it now. So alright. So even a seasoned politician like Dr. Horace Anthony Chang goes into shocked silence at the barbarity of some of the crimes committed in Jamaica. In a recent sit-down with the Sunday Gleaner, he recalled how his body and mind were jolted as details unfold of the massacre of a family of five in Cocoa Peace, Clarendon in June. The night before the news broke. Okay, the night before the news broke, he had retired to bed around midnight after a final briefing with his security chiefs. He was alerted by a call, which made him reach out to the police commissioner, Major General Anthony Anderson. It was news that a young mother and her four children, including a toddler, had been slaughtered. The trauma sent Chang into silence, and it would not be the only time in that week he reacted that way. This is part of his coping mechanism in dealing with aspect of his portfolio as National Security Minister, trying to rein in a crime crisis, trying to rein in a crime crisis that has the nation on edge. There is no simple solution. That's a lie. He said, as the nation's crime problem is quite complex. Tips. When I think to solve crime simple, because them same one say they know who are the criminals them know the gang them, and them are saying no simple to solve crime when them have all the tools and everything to solve crime. Crime easy to solve. Corruption cause crime. Them corrupt, them cause crime. Them have them own a gang, if you don't know what I talk about. Now go down in other details, but as what me I say, them have them gang with them around. And them a make money from crime. So them not too care about nothing. SOE is just a band-aid peeps. But anyways, so Chang, who grew up in Western Jamaica and learned to read the Gleaner and the Bible on the instant in on the insistence of his grandmother, often ponders on Jamaica's past and what has led to its current state. A former Cornell College head boy and president of the Guild of Undergrads at the University of the West Indies, Mona, Harris Strang received his training as a medical doctor. Now he mulls over finding the right medication to apply to his national security portfolio to make things better. Kang confessed that as more details of the Cocoa Peace saga were revealed, it became apparent that June 21, 2022 would go down as one of his worst days since he was appointed National Security Minister. He didn't know how long his silence lasted or his first words to break it. All right, his portfolio is one that very few want in any government. Many believe that his appointment as Deputy Prime Minister in September 2020 was a pot sweetener to keep him steering the National Security Ministry, for which he has been the minister since 2018, as none among the current crop of government legislators appear to have the capability to handle it. Hmm. Despite his more than 45 years of experience in politics, for his survival, he cannot take the daily crimes reports personal. Chang admitted that he is baffled as to why Jamaicans started each other, even for the minutest of offenses. Uh, in his boyhood days, the only things parents feared for their children, irrespective of how long they had to walk, were unsecure roads. No 69, he does not understand why a nation of such talent, eloquence, excellence, intellect, and creativity has such a lust for blood. If you ask yourself that again, I cuss when I get upset. When things are to be done, especially simple things, and they get put off for some nonsense, I just cuss. Chang shared with the Sunday Gleaner. The Clarendon killing was a bit more traumatic, which made me very angry. But the first thing you do when something like that happens, I don't freeze, I don't go silent. I have to spend a little time to digest something like that. Somebody murdering a family of five, that's cold. And at that point, I may use a Jamaican expletive, not in an angry way, in a Jamaican dialect way. When I break out of it, then I call to get the details and began to look into all that happened and where the police are and all that. But that kind of trauma still shakes you a bit. The veteran politician was further rocked by news of the elderly man who cut the throat of his elderly wife shortly after the Clarendon massacre. Then reports came of bodies found in a house in St. Anne. Although a man of many hats over the years, nothing prepared him for the of Minister of National Security. But Chang believes that any intelligent but Chang believes that any intelligent person can handle any ministry. For him, violence is a public health issue, and that is how medical training comes into play. Peeps, I want whole back a sin, whole person there so for real. But anyway, that. So as I may I say, them know if you solve crime, crime pays, and them know who are the gang man them know who are running the gang them is a part of a gang as well. So peeps that are the news of want come share with in the night. So big up everybody who tuning in on the live. Big up on yourself. And it was awesome to bring the news to you guys because maybe most of you never even hear about these stories. But we are watching and see what's going on with the Jamaican them over Panama if them get clearance to fly back and go about them business. So, thanks again for watching and